Like I don't do this all the time, right? We're live. Hello, YouTube family. Hello, anybody who is joining from wherever in the world you are. Please let us know in the chat where you're logging in from. Today is Friday. It's probably a work day. People are probably at work or sleeping. Where Michael is right now, what time is it for you right now?
It is 11 p.m.
It's 11 p.m. and it is 3 p.m. here in Toronto. I forgot to differentiate that for folks who are in different time zones. That is 3 p.m. Toronto time. I did put EDT if that's helpful. But hi, we are going to make two very big and quick announcements. We're not here for a long time today because we want to make the announcement nice and sweet and spicy, and for you to check out what we're going to announce just afterwards. So hi, I'm Christina, your host of Canadian, As Told by Canadian Immigrants. If you're new to here, thanks for joining and welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, good to see you. Let me know in the chat where you guys are at. Michael, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Well, I'm Michael. I live in Mauritius. That's in the Indian Ocean, far away from Toronto. And I work as a career coach for Canada. So I'm
awesome.
Far away, but I'm actually right there.
Yes. Yes. And Michael and I have been working together on something that is very exciting that we are excited about and we're excited to share with you. We have also been working alongside our partnering immigration consultant, Minerva McBean from McBean Immigration Consultants. And all together, so myself, your Canadian immigration coach, Michael, your career coach, and Minerva, your immigration consultant, have come together with all our knowledge, our expertise, and our experience to put together two things that I think will be game changers for people who are on their Canadian immigration journey. When I started my immigration journey, there was not a lot of resources out there to help me along the way. So I encountered a lot of stress. I made a lot of mistakes. I wasted some money, wasted some time probably because I didn't have the right support along the way. And I didn't have enough support along the way. And just this Wednesday, I went to Durham College and I spoke to some of the immigration or the international students there about Canadian immigration. And I remember being in that same spot with them, wondering, okay, we're going to finish school. What's going to happen? So we have put together two things. One is something upcoming, like a one-off thing, and another thing is ongoing to help to provide you with ongoing support. So we're looking forward to telling you all about these two things as soon as more people start to filter in. So I see Amanda here from Jamaica. Big up yourself. Welcome. Thank you for joining. Amanda, have you started the process already? Are you just interested in Canadian immigration? Where are you at, if you don't mind sharing where you're at in the immigration journey? And anybody else who's just joining, let us know where you are at in the chat, just so that we can say hi to you and also know what brought you here today. As I said, we're not here for very long today, 15, 20 minutes maybe, to make our two big announcements for two exciting things. Michael, why are you excited about what we're launching?
So say that again, sorry.
Why are you excited about what we're launching? I'm excited, you can tell.
Oh, well, I'm very excited. Well,
yeah, but why?
Well, it's always great, like when you finish the preparation phase of something, and then the thing is ready, or the first version of it. So this is always like, whatever it is, it's a great moment, and you really want to start with it, and want to see the thing going live, and you want to do real work rather than just prep work. So this is always a great moment. But apart from that, it's also, I think, what we've created is really a game changer. I think it really deserves to be called that, because I've lived in several countries, and so I know exactly how it is, like moving to another place and get a visa and all these things. I've done it more than once. And in different continents, so actually 3 continents now, and so I've seen that more than once. And the big problem is that not so much that there are no resources, but it's up to you as the only one who has no idea about anything in the situation to piece it all together. So, and that is the problem. It's not that there is nothing out there, but if you don't know how you have to piece it together, because that would require some knowledge which you don't have. So it's kind of a catch-22, and I think we will address exactly that issue, and the problem will go away for Canada, and that's exciting.
Yes, and we just have somebody joining us here. She is just a follower of my immigration platform. So welcome. Thank you for joining us. If you want to go ahead and unmute and let us introduce yourself. We are live on YouTube, so it's up to you. But Michael and I were just talking about what we are going to launch and what we are excited to tell you guys about. So you're interested in Canadian immigration. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and talk about announcement number 1. So announcement number 1 is in September 13th, 14th, 15th, and 16th, we're having a free 4-day online Canadian Immigration Summit. Now, a lot of times in March, we went to Jamaica, so only Jamaicans profited from that, right? We were in Jamaica and we had a 3-day event, it was 2 days, but in 2 different cities. And only Jamaicans got to profit from it. And there were people who were in Trinidad who said, oh, bring it to Trinidad, and people from all over the world who wanted that same thing. And what it is having access, one-on-one access to immigration professionals who are there to support you and help you along your Canadian immigration journey. So in September, we're having a huge online 4-day summit that is going to have immigration consultants. It's going to have immigration coaches. It's going to have career coach. Michael Kaiser here is going to have, just one immigration consultant company, which is McBean Immigration Consultant. We're going to have a financial advisor, because it's one thing to want to go to another country, especially when it's a different currency, it's a different economy. The financial advisor is going to help you to set proper financial goals, to even set goals if going to Canada is on your list and you don't have enough money to get there. You're going to have education consultants. You're going to be represented. Other schools are going to be represented at this summit. And it's kind of like your go-to for everything Canadian immigration in 4 days. And I think it's going to be a game changer for anybody who's kind of out there in the Canadian immigration sea, trying to figure out where to go, but also anybody who is already in Canada needing support on what to do next. So that is announcement number 1, or it's going to be the Great Canadian Immigration Summit. 4 days online in September for free, and registrations will open a week from today. So a week from today, which is Friday, August the 11th.
Here's an answer from wikipedia.org. 11.
Siri. Nobody was talking to you, Siri. So you're going to be able to register on Friday, August 11th for the Great Canadian Immigration Summit. And that will be great. It's going to be 4 days, all catered to you on Canadian immigration. The next huge announcement is something that Michael and I have been working on for technically months. Yeah, we've been working on it for months. And now it is live and ready as of today. So, yes, I agree, Amanda. The financial part is the issue. So a lot of people are having financial issues figuring out how to go to Canada. The financial advisor will help. 1, get here. 2, thrive here when you're here. Our second announcement, drum roll. This is what Michael and I are excited about. And hopefully somebody else is as excited as we are, because we have put together a Canadian immigration club called the Canadian Dreamers Club. Now, of course, you have access to all my videos on YouTube, and you have access to different resources all over the place on Canadian immigration. But 1, unless you're paying a consultant or anybody, nobody's obligated to answer you. That's the truth about the information on the internet. 2, you don't know who to trust out there. Of course, you come to my platform, you can trust me. You've been to other platforms. You're trying to figure out who to listen to, who not to listen to. So we've created a safe environment for people who need support on their Canadian immigration journey. So 1, support. 2, information. 3, accountability will help to coach you along the way, because some people kind of fall off and they get demotivated. So accountability, and also licensed immigration consultant help within the club. So inside the club, we have a bunch of stuff. Michael, do you want to talk about a little bit about the stuff that's inside the club while I take a sip of water?
Okay, please do. And I would like to talk about, for example, your book, or the book in different versions, so you can read it. Some people like to listen, and so they can also access the audiobook, and that is great resource, great resources, and yeah, so that is available in the club. And,
Right.
That's a really great thing, because you know, I think it's in a way it's a foundation of the club. The book is a foundation because it's very structured. It goes through all these things, so that's always a good thing to start with. If you once you're a member of the club, you know, get the book. It's free. Everything is free in the club. For the club members, and read it, and then you have mastered the first step already. So that would be a favorite pick of mine. Not talking about myself, not giving praise to myself.
All right. So what's one thing that's in the club, like I said, is my book in audiobook and ebook format. So once you're in the club, everything that we provide in the club is free. So my audiobook, my ebook. Michael has put together an amazing resume writing course. Now, I think people take for granted the fact that because you have a resume, you can just submit it and you're going to get jobs. Jobs are just going to start raining on you. But I think that a perfectly or properly crafted resume can go a much further way than you can on your own with the resume that you prepared, because that's how we learn to do it in school. Right? There is a better way to do it. And Michael has put together an amazing course to help you to go through and say, okay, these are the things that I need to have on my resume. These are things I need to not have on my resume. And this is how I need to structure my resume. So within the club, you have your resume writing course. And why this is important, especially for, I've promoted the Atlantic Immigration Program, right? And a lot of people say, oh, I've applied to jobs, nobody's responding to me and all of that. And whereas, hundreds of people are applying to jobs, part of it could be your resume. Part of it could be the type of job you're applying to. So one important factor that we have in the club to support you is to have a proper resume, supported by monthly resume webinars that are part of the club membership for everybody who is in the club to attend these webinars with Michael and myself to go through your resume and say, okay, this is what you can do to improve it, but also we can help you with interview tips, help you with jobs that you need to be applying for, what you are qualified for, different things. So that's what's going on inside the club. My book, resume. I think probably the most valuable thing, that everything in there is valuable, that you guys will really, really like, is 4 live monthly Zoom sessions. So these are one-on-one. So these are not YouTube lives. This is not you commenting in the chats in YouTube and maybe us getting to your question. This is you joining us on Zoom 4 times for the month. 2 of the times are with myself as your Canadian immigration coach to help to advise you, to guide you, to comfort you, whatever you need in that moment. One of them is going to be with Michael and myself on how to tune up your resume and Canadianize your resume for your Canadian job. The last one, which is going to be the last Friday of every month, is going to be with our partnering immigration consultant, Minerva McBean, to host a Q&A session for all of you who have burning questions about whether it's your application or what's going on with you or what is the step that you're currently at in immigration. Whatever it is you need right now, an immigration consultant is going to help you along the way as a part of the club. So why this? I guess because I've been through the journey and I didn't have these things or nobody holding my hand along the way is what makes me so excited about it. And if you are already in the journey, like I've spoken to a lot of people on Instagram who have messaged me and different things, and what they are for, like they have me to answer questions I didn't have myself. right? And not everybody gets an answer from me because there are so many questions that come in. However, as part of the club, we're creating a group environment. You'll have me on Zoom one-on-one, and I will be able to answer your questions. The immigration consultant will be able to answer your questions, and Michael will be able to answer your questions, all inside the club. There's nothing like this that exists in the Canadian immigration space. If you want to have a question answered, you need to go to a consultant, pay hundreds of dollars, and if you can get it done within an hour, then you do. If you don't, you pay for another hour of consultation. There's nothing that is going to give you an all-in-one solution to one, coming to Canada, getting a job, succeeding in your career, and thriving in Canada. This is an all-in-one space. This is the, oh, somebody just logged in. You're going to have to rewind a little bit and watch, but this is the Canadian Dreamers Club. This is our second announcement. We're on announcement number 2, the Canadian Dreamers Club, which is a safe space for everybody out there in the Canadian immigration sea looking for support, accountability, coaching, consultation, and a helping hand to help you through the Canadian immigration process. Now, this club is a monthly subscription club. It is $24.99 US, which converts to about $34.98 Canadian. I hope I'm getting this right. Right? I'm getting it right, Michael? I messed up with the 90.
Yes, absolutely. No, absolutely. Yeah, you're right. So
right?
for technical reasons, the platform charges you in Canadian dollars.
It's in Canadian dollars.
Canadian business. So technically you have to pay in Canadian dollars, but as most people are more familiar with US dollars in terms of the value, it is we have basically kept it below, or that is what we are aiming at, keeping it below about $25.
Yes.
US dollars.
Right.
Sure.
And within a month of your subscription, within 1 month subscription, you'll get 4 live Zooms, 2 with me, 1 with Michael and me, 1 with our immigration consultants. You'll have access to my audiobook and ebook. You'll have access to Michael's resume course. And we are consistently adding new content on a weekly and a monthly basis. I'm working on a ChatGPT AI assistant application ebook right now to help you to use AI to help you with your immigration applications. So we're consistently adding things, but the biggest thing is that you have direct access to us to answer your questions, to help you along the way, to provide accountability and support through your whole Canadian immigration journey. So I'm excited about that because 1, it's affordable. 2, it's with trustworthy people. 3, it's a collaborative effort of different professionals who have come together. And it's easy. It's very easy. So right now the club is live. Today is the first soft launch date. The official launch is a little bit later on, but today is the first launch, the soft launch, where you can actually join the club for 50% off your first month. So the 50% code that you're going to put in is Dreamer23, and the club is live on my website on astoldbycanadianimmigrants.com. And you're going to navigate to club members area where you can check out all the information about the club and join the club. So that is the game changer. Whether in this moment you feel it or not, it's definitely going to change the game for you sitting at home, poking around the internet, figuring out what's next, if this is right, if that's not right. And we'll connect you with the information that you need, the professionals that you need, and the support that you need to succeed on your Canadian immigration journey. So that is our exciting announcement. I have one person here waiting in the waiting room. I hope she'll stay. It's live on YouTube, so that might scare people away. Hopefully not. Shanique, let's see. So the coupon is not case sensitive. So the coupon is Dreamer23. Hi, Shanique. Thank you for joining us. I do want to let you know that we are live on YouTube. So it is at your discretion if you want to unmute and say hi, or turn on your camera and say hi. But thank you for joining us, Shanique. I believe you have my audiobook and ebook. I think so. This name looks very familiar. But Oren is asking a question. The coupon is not case sensitive. It's Dreamer23, DREAMER 23. It's going to give you 50% off on access to the club. And our first live session is going to be next week, Wednesday, August the 9th. So that will be your onboarding call if you join between today and Wednesday, but it will also be my live Q&A to coach you through wherever you're at in the immigration process. So at 50% off, I think today it would be, oh gosh, Michael, my math. It'll be about $17.
Well, yeah, something like about
17 Canadian.
$12.50 US. I mean, half of 25,
US.
so something like $13 US translated into the Canadian currency. I mean, we are a Canadian business. You want to move to Canada.
So get used to Canadian money. It's more than
yours. It makes sense to get used to the Canadian dollar because you want to make a lot of them. So why not get familiar with the currency now?
Yes.
Let me add a few more things to what you just said, Christina. There are no strings attached. You're not signing a contract. You're not entering anything that will make you pay for months or whatever. So if you notice the club is not for you, or you changed your mind or whatever, you change your plans, you can leave the club anytime. So this is because we believe you won't, because we will be extremely focused on making you successful on this journey to Canada. And not only that, but also to make it there, because you want to be happy there. You don't just want to move to Canada. You want to be happy there. And so the move is just the very first part of it. So, so this will be, I think, the right thing to do, especially, I mean, you've mentioned several things already. We are going to start with to support everyone. I would like to emphasize one more aspect, and that is on top of the very practical elements of help. One of the most valuable things you will get is orientation, because as I said earlier, if there are a lot of offers in terms of how to move to Canada, but the question is, if you think about involving a consultant, the question is if the consultant is actually the right resource to answer your question, because the consultant doesn't know what your issue is that you're going to approach the consultant for. So therefore, you need to make sure that you actually pick the right resource. Now you have to pay first normally, and then you'll find out if you made a mistake because the question you have is not, is not the right one for this type of resource. You paid and you're not any wiser at all. You just lost the money. So within the club, what you get the practical advice. You can be very detailed and so on. And Christina mentioned that, but you can, or you even should join the club if you have no clue yet. For example, if you actually want to move to Canada, if this is the right country for you, or which path you should choose. Should you go to college, or should you apply for a job, or can you do this at the same time? What are the pros and cons and so on? So all these things you do not have to know before you join the club. The idea is that if you have this idea, or if it's the Canadian dream, as we call it, this is good enough. And we'll make sure that you will find your way, and we will direct you to the right resources. And within the club, the resources are all free. So don't underestimate the value of orientation that the club provides and that you will get nowhere else.
Yeah. And I had a really good point. I lost it. I put the information in on YouTube for the link to join the club, get more information on the club, and the 50% off code Dreamer23. Like Michael said, there's very few places that you're going to go and find this and find the access to the right resources. And we are looking forward to supporting you on your Canadian immigration dream. And this club is not for everybody. Some people are poking around and trying to figure out if Canada is right for them. And there's a lot of free resources on my YouTube channel to see if this is something that you want to undertake. But if you are serious about moving to Canada and you are either on your way or you're seriously looking for a way to start, then the club is for you, right? So it is going to be exclusive. It's going to be exclusive to the people who are serious and ready to take action, and the people who have already started to take action. So get some information, click the link in the chat, and I will also include it in the description below on where to join the club, where to find the information on the club, and the coupon code. So I hope to see you on the inside. Only serious people invited and welcomed. And I look forward to continuing to support you guys on your Canadian immigration journeys. So that's a wrap, guys. That's what this is about. It's very quick, nice, short, and spicy. I see a couple people in the chat. So hi, Oren. Hi, person whose name Orain, and Amanda. And we did have Shanique and Regina jump in. So thank you so much for joining us, guys. I will see you on the next video. And I'll see anybody who's joining the club on Wednesday for the first live orientation call. That's a wrap. See you.
Great. Bye-bye.
Bye.